Hey, Real Nerds. There's many ways to enjoy the Real Nerds podcast. You can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes, and now Spotify and iHeartRadio. You can see what we're up to around town by following us at Real Nerds on Instagram. And if you want to send us your thoughts, you can email us at realnerds@gmail.com or call us at 720-6nerds5. Like us on Facebook at Real Nerds Podcast or tweet us at Real Nerds. And now on with the show.
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers. Yo, you're in for a treat, so hang on to your seat. Get ready for adventure and remarkable feats. You'll meet Koopas and Troopas, the princess and the others. Hanging with the plumbers, you'll be hooked on the brothers to the bridge.
Woohoo! This is a Real Nerds podcast, number 1. Yippee! That was my Mario. We are Real Nerds podcast. Every week we see a new movie and we podcast our experience of the world. And this week we went to the Santa Mario. No, this week we saw the Super Mario Brothers movie. Stay tuned where we will recommend the film or not, play the trailer, and then spoil it. We also talk about movie news and stuff we've been watching throughout the week. Brad, how was your week this week? You went to the movies a lot.
Yeah, big week for movies. I had to see it all. What?
Sorry, my Captain Carter fell off my shelf.
Oh,
How did she fall? Oh, there we go. Okay, she's back up. She's good.
all right.
All right. Yeah, no,
That was a close one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm jealous because you went to Army of Darkness.
Yeah,
Posted that while I was working. I was like, you son of a bitch.
I know this will annoy the shit out of him. He'll be
You
so jealous.
Good son of a bitch. That's probably the classic film I've seen in the theaters the most. I'm pretty sure I've seen it maybe 10 times in movie theaters.
I'm trying to be more active on our Instagram account, and so every chance it feels lame to me to be like, oh, here's a poster, but at the same time, I want to encourage engagement on the. It was a lot more fun to have an Instagram when we all hung out and saw the movies together, but now it's I can't take pictures of anyone else because I'm seeing all these movies alone. So here's a poster or a marquee.
Well, I mean, there's no right to privacy in a public place. You can take pictures of people.
I guess it just feels like a creep, a creep move.
I'm saying you can do it. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I could do it, but I would definitely got a lot of looks of hey, there's this lonely 40-year-old taking pictures of us. Gross.
And then you just have, because I'm a creep.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I log into Instagram maybe once every week, and I might get an account just so I can start doing it because, I'm really the only one who does the Twitter and Facebook stuff. So,
yeah,
I guess I should.
You go see movies with your kids, so you got a person to put in all the photos doing stuff. So you're probably even better at it than me.
I know. I can't wait to take him to Evil Dead Lives. So, Evil Dead Rise.
I know. God, I wish I was going to see that movie with you because I would just like to see him covering his face the whole time. Dad, what'd you do to me?
One time when I asked you, I was like, yeah, Megan's not that bad. It's like, yeah, I'll go see Megan. And then it's like, Mommy's with the maggots now. And Kellen's eyes were as big as freaking plates. I go, uh-oh.
Daddy, what are maggots?
Yeah. He's so cute though. He got money for Easter and he loves cats. And there's a game on PlayStation 5 called Stray. So that's what he got with his money today. He got a game where you literally are a cat who runs around this world.
I know. I want to play it.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was like, oh man, it's kind of cool that he goes out and buys video games now. I like it.
It's a good hobby to have. I grew up with that hobby.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, no, dude, I've been playing. I forgot how satisfying Resident Evil 4 is, roundhousing people. Man.
Of course, he'll
shooting
never have
them
the
in the leg.
experience of going to Toys R Us and like picking out a piece of paper of the game you
Yeah.
want and having to take it up to the counter and then getting the game that way. He'll
Yeah,
never experience that.
the one game I remember doing that for was Mega Man 5. Always remember that one.
Yeah.
My dad used to take us because we went to the one. My dad lived on by the one on where Villa Italia it used to be. There's a one that was kind of across the street from there. I can't remember the exact area, but he used to be over there. That's where he used to go.
Yeah. I used to, spend months saving up for like a $60 game and
Yep.
cash it in for that one. And yeah.
I mean, I even forgot that some Nintendo 64 games used to be $80 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I never bought those. Like, I think those were Christmas gifts, but yeah, like when I had the money and went in, yeah, I usually hung around the $50 to $60 range. But yeah, you're right. There was like $80, $90 games back then that I never paid attention to because
I did buy one of them. I bought Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and it was $80.
I know.
Yep. And that's because I didn't want the load screens anymore on the PlayStation version of it.
Blows my mind
I
that
would've-
some controllers are $80 to $90 these days.
Oh, dude, no. PlayStation 5 just put out like their Pro controller. It's $200.
Like, what's more pro about it?
Dude, you can like remap the whole controller.
It's programmable. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, they had that back in the SNES days and it wasn't $80.
I know. I mean, the PlayStation 5 controller is pretty freaking wicked, though.
Did you see their, like patenting, I'm still not saying it right. That, they're going to have controllers that like have heat feedback. So like the controller gets warmer or colder, I guess, when you go into certain rooms or with it, I guess. In the
Interesting.
game.
Well, it has to be like, the next step. They got to make games more immersive.
Or is that just cover for like the battery for the controller is just going to like get super hot all the time?
How can we sell this when the battery keeps on getting hot?
We can't keep it cool. So let's just like market it that it's like, oh yeah, it's supposed to get hot when you play because you're playing a tropical game. I don't.
Yeah. The new feature of Super Mario Sunshine 2. Feel the heat.
Scorpion threw a fire thing at you. So of course the controller gets hot.
Yeah. Adoy. Nah, video games are awesome. They're like some of my favorite pastime is playing video games.
Yeah. Let's just end the movie podcast. Let's do video games from now on.
I'll do a video game podcast all day long.
Yeah, we used to.
Yeah. We should bring that back every once in a while to talk about our games.
To when Zelda comes out. Maybe that's what we should do. Let's keep
Oh,
like
I'm
an
down
update
for
of
sure.
each of our progress. Like, where are you at on Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah.
Here's where I'm at.
You know what? It's my show. Every week when that comes out, we're going to be updating where we're at.
Nice. New segment, Tears of the Kingdom.
Hell yeah. Sweet. This week on Real Nerds Podcast, speaking of video games, we saw the Super Mario Brothers movie. Brad, I know you love the 93 version. How do you feel about the 2023 version of the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Okay, I gotta be careful because I'm talking to you about this. And I do love the 1993 version. I'm not shy about saying that I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's a perfect film.
Why?
And yeah, now we have this one, and it's fun. But the story is pretty shallow. I'm not convinced that the writers of the movie knew what to do with a Mario story for a feature film. This movie did not convince me that they are like, oh yeah, clearly this is the tale we need to tell about the Mario Brothers. But it's fun. And if you like movies where there's a lot of like nostalgia and Easter eggs and references to things, then this succeeds on that. It's probably nonstop, like, hey, look at that thing. I remember that thing. Here's that thing. They're referencing that thing. Unfortunately, in place of a interesting story. There is one, and It's like, oh, that's funny if it's just a reference, or an Easter egg, and hopefully it's building something else, and it doesn't. They kind of seed things for a story that have no resolution, which obviously this movie is getting a sequel. So my hope is that those things that they developed a little bit get paid off in future movies. But as it stands, it's just a fun, nostalgic, gorgeous looking movie. But it like I said, it's story wise, it's so shallow for me. So yeah, I would rather still watch the old one because it's weird and creative, and this one's just like, I love Nintendo and it shows.
You are a fucking asshole. I love this movie because I think it helps that I saw it with a really enthusiastic crowd. But at the same time, my argument would be, what is the Super Mario Brothers video game story? And I mean, it literally is Mario going to save the princess. And that's what we got. And I mean, there is a couple curveballs in it that I think are fun. But you're right. The movie is beautiful. The part where they're in the sewers and the water's going, oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. You're right. There's lots of references. Yeah, it's just a really fun movie. Here's the trailer for the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Where am I?
Ooh, fresh meat for the grinder.
Pay him no heed. He is cute, but he is.
There's gotta be a way out of here.
There's no escape. The only hope is the sweet relief of death.
Whoa! Oh, you've got to be kidding me!
My army! Koopas! Goombas! Whatever those things are!
Aww.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Bowser is coming.
I'm not afraid. I'll do anything for my brother.
We're going to save him.
Yes! Fire!
You asked for it. This is fun!
Here we go!
Attack!
Let's end this.
So Brad said this movie's not deep, but I'm going to go in a dissertation about this movie and what happens in it. There's these two plumbers from Brooklyn. They get sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom, and they have to save it. Oh, you
Wow.
wanted more? There's not.
Yeah. See, I'm a little conflicted about saying that the plot's shallow, because you're right. The video game that's based on is Mario goes and fights Bowser and saves the princess. And yes, like the movie does that. So I guess my thing is, I hoped that the writers would find something a little deeper to mine. And right off the bat, like, you know, it's the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Luigi's kind of sidelined through most of it.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer.
But my argument would be too, is he finds out who he is, and it's in
Does he?
Yeah, he saves his brother at the end.
Okay.
His character in the video games too is he's a scaredy cat, and they put that in there. I think it'd be sweet. I mean, they're not going to do it, obviously. Spoilers, they're going to do Yoshi in the next one. But I think a cool sequel would be like Luigi's Mansion, where Mario gets kidnapped and he has to go to like a haunted house and save him.
Sure.
Because they kind of set that up where he went to the Badlands or whatever the Toad called it.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be more to that. Like, I thought it was going to dovetail into a Luigi's Mansion thing where, like, okay, like Luigi's on his own side quest, so then they'll meet up at the end. But like, they start that, and right away he gets captured, and then for like a good chunk of the movie, he's just in a cage, listening to a nihilistic flame star thing.
Yeah. I mean, my theater could not stop laughing every time that little fucker showed up.
Oh yeah, that's some dark shit. That was like the closest it got to being like a Lego movie was that character.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, the movie is, at the end of the day, I've actually, the last month and a half, I've had a lot of fun at the movies. I went back and I was thinking, I was like, man, starting with Ant-Man, I think I've had fun at the movies every week. Because I mean, you go back, last week was Dungeons and Dragons, which surprised me. The week before that was John Wick. I don't know. I just thought this was a pretty strong March. And, but back to the Super Mario Brothers movie. I mean, it is so like beautiful. Like the movie is gorgeous. And
yeah, that's
so
what kept me invested, was just like looking at it all, like how they translated everything into like the fluidity of the animation is great, and the character designs are obviously pretty faithful, but yeah, there's like a lot of lighting effects and things that just really impressed me. And
you know what I like too that was really subtle is Mario moved how he moves in the game. You know, how he ran or jumped, I thought was very faithfully captured.
Yeah, I loved early on when before they get sucked into the mushroom land, like they go to that one job and he does, like, he's already an ace jumper and like,
oh yeah,
acrobat. And so they have that side scrolling.
The part that you called where they're going to use pop culture music in the movie.
Yeah.
Don't sleep down, Brooklyn.
Like that, I think that was the only thing that strayed into that territory, because I did appreciate that a lot of the humor and the jokes didn't come from like recent pop culture stuff. You know,
yeah, no.
Some band didn't show up in like a 3D version of themselves. Like it was really, they just stuck to this like song cues and things. So that was nice.
Yeah, but it worked, because that scene you're referencing too, I was super excited because when it panned to 2D, I'm like, oh man, they made it just like the game.
Yeah. But then it was weird when he got to the Mushroom Kingdom and Peach is like, okay, you got to pass this test. And it's like, well, he's already good at that. So all he has to do is like, you know, like he doesn't have to grow or learn anything. He just has to like get to the end of it. It's like, you know, he's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I think
so that was
that
was a little weird to waste time on.
He wasn't familiar with how the Mushroom Kingdom worked. I read an interview with Miyamoto about it because he was a producer on it. And he said he never wanted to spend time explaining why things in the Mushroom Kingdom dropped or you went through tubes and things like that. And I go, okay, I can respect that. It's just, this is how it is and this is what it's going to be. And it's fun. And I actually liked the Bowser angle where they took his story basically from Mario Odyssey, where he wants to marry Peach. And I mean, Jack Black is hilarious in it because I love his minions think too that he's going to take over the world, but his real quest is he's in love with Peach and he's going to ask her to marry him. And the one Koopa who goes, what if she says no?
It gets obliterated.
It's toasted. It turns into dry bones. It's just, I just had a lot of fun with it. And I mean, my audience was in it right away. As soon as they did the Nintendo title screen, dude, my theater was cheering and going freaking crazy. It was pretty surreal.
Nice. Yeah, mine was a little more quiet than that, but it was late, so.
Yeah, I took my kid. I went to a 7:45 showing at 40X, and when I got our seats, because I like the third row, like third and fourth row are my favorite rows, I think, in movie theaters, because I like to have the screen kind of go around me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, when I bought him, he and I were the only ones in that row, and because I got off work at 6. I had to run down and pick him up in Lakewood and then drive to the pavilions, which had a Gladys Knight concert going on at the Paramount at the same time. There were tons of people. So I got there just before the trailer started, and by the time I got in there, the whole theater was sold out. And yeah, it was. I mean, it was really fun. Obviously, you know, the Mario Kart stuff in 4DX was really fun. And every time there was like throwing fireballs, the smoke would come out. And when they went to the Mushroom Kingdom, they put in scents, and
yeah,
the
when
water was going.
When they went to Donkey Kong Land, did they have like a banana scent going on? Or
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, it was like a foresty, tropical smell to it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was. And I don't know if it's because I saw it. This is the first time I saw one in a long time that it had every element working. And I don't know if it's because it was a 7:45 on a Friday night.
Probably.
But I mean, the water was spraying, the smells, the smoke was going constantly. You know, every time something blew up on Rainbow Road, all the lights around the theater went in different colors. So it was really fun, and it's really awesome in 3D. So yeah, but yeah, the movie's great though. I had tons of fun with the movie. But I mean, there's not much to it. It's clearly what I said at the beginning. It's just them going to save Peach.
Yeah. Well, not to save Peach, but like save the kingdom.
To save Mushroom Kingdom, I should say.
Yeah, because she's not a damsel in distress at all.
No, she's pretty well put together. And
like I said, Luigi's more of a damsel in distress in the movie.
You're right.
He's literally going to be killed by Bowser if, they don't save him. Yeah.
Seth Rogen was funny as Donkey Kong. It's just funny hearing Seth Rogen's laugh and coming out of Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And he said in an interview that he didn't want to make a silly voice because it just would be unauthentic. And I go, all right, I'm down. I do want to give a shout out though. I thought the music in the film was incredible. Being a huge Mario fan, they had the cues from all the Mario games in it, and Toad being my favorite Mario character. He when he shows up at the beginning, they play the Captain Toad theme song, that mixed in with an orchestra. So it was really clever. And if you listen to the score really carefully, you'll hear all the major Mario themes throughout it.
Yep.
And I mean, not just the well-known stuff. I mean, I heard Super Mario World, Mario 3, Mario Land, Captain Toad, Smash Brothers. Even, dude, so in my theater, when they went to get their carts as Mario Kart and they did like how you pick it in the game, dude, my freaking theater was cheering. I think, whoa.
Yeah.
What a crazy thing to cheer for.
Yeah, there's so many like background references to things. It's like I appreciated, like they have the Mario Brothers, the 93 movie references in there, like basically how they get to Mushroom Land when they go through the sewer and everything is very much like how the beginning of the Mario Brothers, the old one, starts. And then there's that thread about Peach like being an orphan who doesn't know where she comes from. Like that's like Daisy in the original movie, so it had a little bit stuff for me too.
Yeah, and what I liked about it too is it knew what it was, and it was just a fun movie. There was nothing.
The only thing it was missing was that they didn't have like someone bust through the door at the end of the movie saying like, Mario, Luigi, you're not gonna believe this, and just end.
And I would have went boo.
I hate this movie now. Just erase all the goodwill.
Well, I'm not. I mean, Bob Hopkins hated the Mario movie because that's starting to pop up again. Because
I hope so. I'll get a Blu-ray out of it.
I mean, I think you might, because if you go to Variety, there's an interview with the two directors from that '93 film, and they talk about how that movie ruined their career.
Yeah.
It took them a long time to get a job again, and how Bob Hopkins was like, there's a quote where he said that they didn't know how to direct, and I mean, it's pretty mean. So I think there's a lot going on behind the scenes of that movie.
Oh, for sure.
we might not ever know. You know what I mean?
Well, I think with the box office grosses, Disney has to be looking at like, hey, we own the old one. Like, let's fix it up and put it out there finally. But it's sad because I literally just bought like a foreign copy of it, Blu-ray. So like a couple months ago. So be like, oh wow, I'm definitely gonna get the.
Is it an all region one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But I don't quite have an all region player yet, so it's definitely like a future proofing thing. But like now, I feel like I'm gonna get the American one, and it won't matter.
You know, if I was in charge, I would make a steel book, and I won't even put the title on it. I would just have John Leguizamo and Bob Hopkins, you know, on there making the M.
Oh, totally.
Black background. You know, that's what I would do, but I'm not in charge.
That's a Struzen piece of artwork. So
yeah, exactly.
I would definitely use that. So, but yeah, I feel like it made so much money. Like,
oh, geez,
Disney has to be going like, break it out, remaster it, put it out.
I mean, that's what I was going to talk about in news. I mean, we'll talk about it now, but how much money that movie made is unbelievable.
Yeah,
like I knew it was going to be big, but I mean, highest grossing animated film of all time, opening weekend.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll give a shout out to Corinne too. Last week, she said that the audience is gonna love it, and I mean, it's at 96% audience approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So I think it's gonna play a long time.
Well, they also picked a genius weekend to do it, like Easter weekend. Like families were, and it's been like so light on Family Fare already, so I think they really just
was the last one, right?
Yeah, maybe Ant-Man, but yeah, as far as like, family-friendly animated stuff, I think Puss in Boots is it.
I mean, I can take my kid to Ant-Man, but I don't know how many parents let their kids grow up watching film, you know, like that. I mean, I know some do because they go to those kind of movies with me, but it's something that I make sure that, you know, Kellen comes with me. He's respectful. He watches the movies. And it's taught him to like love movies. He pretty much asked to watch a movie every day, so it worked.
I feel like Dungeons and Dragons is probably another like probably could have like falls in that category. Like there's no cussing and there's no blood or outrageous violence, so like that could have also been a good one for the weekend. But
yeah, I mean, my theater had a bunch of families in it, but I mean, I think people Dungeons and Dragons is cool, but I don't think it's as well universally loved as Mario.
I guess there are parts that could come off as scary, but yeah, Mario is so saccharine that it's a pretty safe movie for people who are like a little.
Mario's everywhere, so
yeah.
I mean, literally, in my action figure set for my amiibos, I have like 10 Marios, 2 Luigis, 2 Bowsers, a Princess Peach, and 2 Toads, and a baby Bowser or Bowser Jr. So I have a lot of them. So pretty much everything's great about the Super Mario Brothers movie, and it's time to move on.
Except, so I was frustrated with they set up that Mario is a disappointment to his family. He's not successful, and Luigi is weighing him down. And they do kind of resolve that a little bit, but it's like only because they pop up in Brooklyn at the end, and like his parents are there, and they see him like defeat Bowser. So okay, and then like Luigi doesn't weigh him down throughout the movie because he's stuck in a cage the whole time. And so I guess he conquers his fear by picking up a sewer lid and dodging or deflecting a fireball. So
hell yeah.
And then they set up Peach as this orphan who's just like became the princess because the Toads granted it. So I thought that was gonna like be a mystery that was gonna be solved by the end. And then Donkey Kong, I didn't think would have an arc, but like by the end you find out that he's dealing with being a disappointment to his dad. Like I was like, I didn't get that, but okay. So that felt like a surprise. And then Toad's just Toad doesn't have anything going on. He's just like fearless.
Hell
throughout the whole
yeah,
thing.
bro. Don't you play Captain Toad? That's like the whole point of the game.
I haven't played it.
Oh, dude, you should get it for your Switch. It's awesome.
I will someday when I have money. Yeah, and then Bowser, I thought the whole him trying to marry the princess was going to be like a ruse. Like it was just a gag. But no, that's literally what his thing was.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are just kind of things that were like, I was like, oh,
Well,
this is all going to wrap up into something intelligent at the end. And no, it's just, it happened. So hopefully
Brad,
the sequels will.
he conquered everything, and all he wanted was someone to love him. But he learned that you can't force somebody to love you. You have to do it the right way.
Did he learn that, or did he just get really mad about it?
Well, he's in a cage. He's screwed until he eats a mushroom.
So he learned it against his will.
Yes.
Yeah. We haven't mentioned yet how great the Peaches song is, though.
Oh, yeah. The Peaches song is incredible.
Yeah.
Jack Black is really, really good. And I mean, already a hell of a performer. And that Peaches song, while simple, gets stuck in your head really quickly.
I didn't expect a song where literally the lyrics are just peaches. Could be so entertaining.
Yep. And there's a funny video of Jack Black dressed as Bowser singing the song. And then today the movie released the video of it. In mine, Kellen could not stop laughing when he was singing the song and all those peaches were popping up every time he said peaches. And yeah, he lives in a fantasy world, and you know, you don't always get what you want, like the Rolling Stones said.
Yeah.
No matter how powerful and what you have, you know.
And then I didn't really even notice until the end, but yeah, Yoshi didn't make much of an appearance in, like, they teased like they show Yoshi's, but they're not Yoshi until the very end post credits thing. So hopefully the sequel involves Yoshi some more. But yeah, I kind of forgot about him as a character until the very end, which I was surprised by, because I love Yoshi. But
yeah, I mean, but if you think about it, wouldn't it be cool if the next one they made it look like either Yoshi's story or Yoshi's yarn as an animation
that'd be amazing.
style? That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Like maybe Bowser does something that like makes Mario into a baby again.
Oh, that would be sweet.
And then it's up to Yoshi to, save Mushroom Kingdom.
Hollywood, do you need script ideas? We got them.
Yeah. We know more about what to do with a Mario story than these writers.
Yeah, they're only going to make $1 billion off this movie.
We can write a script that's not just references and Easter eggs, okay?
And this part, I'm going to have Mario pick up a vegetable, like Super Mario Brothers 2.
See, that's kind of what I would want, is like a Mario Brothers 2 style movie. But yeah, a Yoshi one would probably be better, right? Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, plenty of places it could go.
Yep, that's what's great about the universe, is it's really rich.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Like, it's funny that people were complaining about a couple weeks ago. What was it? Oh, in Shazam, like, oh, the Skittles reference. This is such like a product placement movie, and literally the Super Mario Bros. Movie is mostly references and Easter eggs. It's super successful. Like, it's a big Nintendo commercial. Like, hey, remember our game? Remember this game? Remember this game? Like, they have Wrecking Crew in there, and Mario gets beat up by one of the Wrecking Crew guys, Spike.
That is pretty funny, though. I mean, a lot of people, that's a forgotten Mario game, is Wrecking Crew.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
So yeah, it's just like the ultimate Nintendo commercial this movie is. And people are like, it's awesome. Like, but last week you were complaining Skittles was in Shazam.
It's like The Wiz without, Fred Savage. Because it's a commercial for the Power Glove in Mario 3.
You mean the Wizard?
The Wizard.
Not the
Oh,
Wiz.
yeah, the Wiz is the Michael Jackson one. The Wizard, yes.
It's like, what is he talking about?
You fucking idiot.
Do you even Power Glove, bro?
The worst peripheral ever.
It looks so cool, but yeah, it's functionally
cool.
it's garbage.
Yeah, it doesn't work well.
Like, they didn't even advertise that you have to like build that frame around your TV with it.
Nope. Because that's not fun.
Cool.
Yeah. And that's the Super Mario Brothers movie. I think you should go out and see it. It's lots of fun.
I agree. It's fun.
We've already touched on it, but here's the news of the week.
It's real news.
I mean, the news has been dominated by the Mario Brothers movie that made $200 million in the U.S. alone its first week and almost $400 million worldwide. I think that's a good start for the movie.
I mean, it's not surprising. It's like a 40-year-old property at this point that's never had a significant feature film presence. So it was bound to happen.
And I mean, it's so beloved that, and I mean, I knew it was loved, but being in that theater, I'm telling you, man, I couldn't believe it. It's like when I'm in a theater and people cheer for Spider-Man, like I cheer for Spider-Man. Like, these characters are really popular, but to see it in more than just in my fandom, if that makes any sense, is really cool, and really heartwarming, and makes it so that they're always going to be around. Do people really cheer for like Batman? I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds weird to me. Like,
yeah,
it's such a. Yeah, most of the Batman movies are, like heightened dramas. So like, just imagine cheering during a drama. Like, yeah, like they're not fun movies. They're like, I enjoy them, but they're not like Avengers where Batman swoops into the last second and saves somebody and you're like, yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Oh man,
it's
he's
like
depressed.
Yeah, it's
time
like
to watch his mom die.
In your head, I'm usually just sitting there going like, yeah, this is cool. But it's not like I'm like ready to like jump out of the stands and do cartwheels over it. It's just not that kind of vibe,
No, yeah, no, it's but yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, like I said, I knew the movie was going to do well, but I didn't know it was going to be like that crazy in doing well.
It also blows my mind that from the studio that does Minions, that this did better than Minions. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
Minions are a juggernaut for them, and Mario did better than that. Like, I expect it to do well, but not that well.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty remarkable that it was able to do that. And what's even better is I was looking and reading an article that the rest of the box office did really well too. Air did 20 million, and I mean, Dungeons and Dragons fell 60%, but it's still holding pretty well throughout the week. So that's good news for theaters, because it's weird. Like we've been saying for 3 years, if they just keep releasing good movies, then people will continue to go to the movies. Because you can't replicate the movie experience at home, even though I have lots of movies and I still watch them all the time at home. There's nothing that compares watching them on a big screen. So yeah, keep it up. I mean, I'm guessing, Mario's probably going to win next week too, but keep it going is all I have to say.
Any other news you got?
I didn't got anything unless you found something that I missed.
No, I mean, they put that indie story trailer out, so
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess the Star Wars Celebration stuff. Yeah, the indie looks fun.
I say story trailer like they gave us any like useful more information on that, but not really. It's just more different shots of the same stuff, I guess. So, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to know too much about a time travel plot ahead of time.
Yeah, no, I agree. To me, if there's just something that's it's like warm cocoa seeing Harrison Ford be Indiana Jones. That I just love it. The character is so iconic, and I love all the films that it's just here we are, 43 years after the first one, 42 years after the first one, and we're getting another one with the same dude who, yeah, he's older, but he can still like fuck shit up. I'm down. And anytime Harrison Ford punches Nazis, I am totally down with that.
In the world could use a lot more Nazi punching these days, for sure.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree. I think
clearly people have forgotten.
Yes. And I'm actually excited for the Rey movie. I really like Rey from the previous trilogy, and I think there is more story to tell there. And
oh yeah,
I think
they did so little of it in the last three for her. Like that whole saga takes place over like a week. So
yeah.
Yeah, definitely more stuff to do there.
And I think I love the idea of it. Where she's going to train a new class, I guess, of Jedi.
Basically take up Luke Skywalker's role after Return of the Jedi.
Exactly. And not chicken out like a pussy.
Yeah, I just hope this time they flesh out the story across all three movies ahead of time rather than doing it as they go.
I don't know if they're going to do 3 movies. I was reading an interview with Kathleen Kennedy, and I think they're kind of just going to take it a movie at a time and see how it goes. Which
that might be
pretty smart.
Yeah, might be worth doing. Yeah, so like get out of that trilogy mindset,
or not get into bending at the will of the fans, because it's really interesting because in my 150 movie list, which you can read about some of them right now on realnerdspodcast.com, I have Last Jedi really high because I fucking love that movie. And I went back and I've just been reading about it, and man, there is a lot of reviewers that just have this like hatred for that movie. And it made them course correct where they basically ignored it in the third one. Which, I mean, I still like Rise of Skywalker, but not as much as I liked Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, take chances in the storytelling. It's cool, I promise. But what do I know? Nothing.
I've been encouraged. I've been seeing a lot more Last Jedi, like people revisiting it and enjoying it. So there's hope. Like I said, when that movie came out, I said like it's going to follow the arc of Empire Strikes Back. Like Empire Strikes Back found its footing like 10 years later,
Really? I'm not that well versed. I guess I didn't go back and look. So Empire wasn't beloved right away.
Well, growing up, what I understood was that like when it came out is people were like, oh, this is a bummer. It's so dark and like everyone loses. Like that sucks. And then over time, like, through like, nerd circles and everything, people explain that like, yeah, because this, like, it's better because of this. And, it challenges Star Wars and everything. And I feel like that's what Last Jedi does too, is it challenges,
agreed.
It challenges the movie before it, which is, this popcorn fluff, like mainstream thing. And yeah, it goes the opposite direction in the sequel. I feel like, it does the same thing with Last Jedi. So I feel like people are going to come around again.
I don't want to say I've always been a, more sophisticated movie fan than my brothers, but my brothers, because we watched Star Wars all the time growing up, and they always loved Return of the Jedi. And I would always have to beg to watch The Empire Strikes Back. And so in my own household, Return of the Jedi was always the favorite amongst my brothers. Me, I was always the Empire Strikes Back kind of person. Yeah,
it's like the Strikes Back doesn't have a ton of space battles and a big climactic, like, the Death Star exploding sequence, So it's always like, Luke's sitting on ugly ass Dagobah training half the time and whining about it. And then the other guys are, just scuttling through an asteroid field until they get captured on Bespin. Like, yeah, it's not like a grand epic episode. It's just kind of like this lull in the story. So I feel like back in 1980, like that probably was a little disappointing. But we don't remember that. It's been 40 years. So, and that, like, I feel like the last 30 of it has been all positive. So it's kind of gone by the wayside. But yeah, I feel like they're hearing rumblings back then that, it had to grow to that point. But
yeah.
Anywho, I feel like I'm talking in circles.
We digress.
We should move on.
Hey, this is what we've watched this week.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, I know you've been around town a lot. What you been watching?
Do you want to hear about all of them?
I mean, you can if you want.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't. Have you seen it yet? Have you seen Air?
No.
I figured like that would have been on your to-do list.
It is. I might see it tomorrow. I just got to make sure that my wife's schedule, since she got her new job, is a little like goofy. So I have to make sure that she's not working, but I have to make sure she's not doing trainings and stuff, and we'll be able to take care of my kid.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you'll enjoy it. Someone posted like a review in Letterboxd, like they should just keep making movies where Matt Damon's good at his job. And thinking back to Ford v Ferrari, I'm like, yes, I do like seeing that. I do like seeing him being good at his job. Air is the story of how Nike courted Michael Jordan into creating the Air Jordan shoe. And, you know, it's no Star Wars plot, but it was a fun watch. It's not as interesting, I'd say, of a development as Ford v Ferrari. Actually, it's a lot like Tetris, where it's a movie about contract negotiation. So if you like Tetris, I think you'll also, you know, it's also set in the 80s, like Tetris. So I think my review was like between Tetris and Air, contract negotiation movies are having a moment. But like everyone's acting at the top of their game. And it is a little fascinating to see how they convince the superstar because the story is that Nike was not a discussion for Michael Jordan. He wanted to go to Adidas, and was very fervent about not developing with Nike, and what they do to convince him is pretty good. And Matt Damon's final like pitch to him, like his performance in that, and he's like in front of the pitch room and like selling, you know, it's like Don Draper selling the Kodak account, you know, it's like it's that good. So yeah, I think if you just want to see actors at the top of their game acting in this small, very contained story, a little too much drone shots for me. There's a lot of drone shots of the Nike office or wherever they're going to, and some of them are a little ambitious. Like there's one where it starts out and it like goes all the way down to the limo that pulls up, and it's like cool, like you're trying to make this tiny movie a little more epic, but you know, didn't need it. And there's also like one sequence where Matt Damon goes to talk to like the Marlon Wayans, who plays like the coach of the U.S. Olympic basketball team, and there's like some refocusing that's happening in this like just like medium close-up shot of just their faces, and it's just constantly refocusing, not between the two, but like on a single person. I was just like, it's interesting that they kept this in, like camera work wise. It seems a little experimental and shoddy to me. But yeah, it was a little distracting. Like I stopped paying attention to what they're saying, and I was just like, why are they refocusing constantly between in the shot? It's odd. Maybe it was like they screwed up, but Ben Affleck thought it was still like the best performance take, so they had to go with it. So
Fuck
yeah.
it.
Other than that, yeah, I think I enjoyed it. And then the other thing I watched was other new thing. Shoot. Oh, Paint.
The Bob Ross one.
Yeah, where Owen Wilson played. Well, it's not a biography of Bob Ross, but it's like loosely based on his character. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for it to be like this love triangle story.
Huh.
He's basically so just imagine like the Bob Ross show where he's like this locally famous painter, but it revolves around all the women that he's dated in his periphery and then like kind of screwed them over, I guess. So yeah, he's got the show, and then he's at it's been on for like 20 years at this PBS station, and then the PBS people hire on this other artist who does her own painting show, and it kind of becomes a threat to his show. And I thought that's what the movie was mostly going to be about, but it really just highlights the fact that he's dated these, like his producer and then his receptionist, and there's like this new girl who's like an assistant. And he just
So
keeps
this
on.
isn't real. Or did he really do that?
I don't think it's really based on Bob Ross himself. It's just like they took his persona and then
I get
did their own
saying.
thing with it. Yeah. And yeah, it's I'd almost say it's kind of like in the vein of Napoleon Dynamite, but the humor isn't that funny, I guess. Like it's got that vibe, but it's not as quirky or as funny in what they do. It's really, spoilers. I passed out for a little bit. It was boring. It was so boring at one point that I did not care. And I just kind of found out that I had passed out and, woken back, but I didn't think I missed that much. But yeah, like, the story is, he's losing his show and, he has to reconcile with his past. It kind of has to like have his ego taken down a bit. And he's got like this ambition to someday put some of his paintings in this like local museum. And they won't take him because he realizes that he comes to terms with the fact that his art is kind of more motel art. And when he goes to the museum, he sees all these like really, daring and, I guess ambitious things, like really creative stuff. And even like the new girl, I did get a chuckle, like the new girl's, like she painted it like a week ago, is already in their museum. It's like this UFO that's like spilling blood. And so, yeah, he kind of has like a midlife crisis thing going on. And, there's not like a lot of obvious jokes, but yeah, it's just kind of boring.
Interesting.
Yeah, for all the takes you could have done with like a Bob Ross homage, like I thought that was a weird one to have like this love triangle thing where he has to reconcile with like what he's put these women through.
Yeah, that's really weird because I mean I wouldn't even think that. I mean, maybe Bob Ross in real life was just too boring, and I have to think of something. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, the obvious thing is like the rival show, like that would be the story of the movie.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, that's only a part of what they went through. So, yeah, I don't know. Paint. I don't know if you need to see it, but
maybe it sounds like one I'll wait for streaming.
Yeah, it's probably a good streaming one. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I really haven't watched very much. I watched Dead Silence again. I got the Ultra HD of it. It's from the makers of Saw, that deals with ventriloquist dummies and this woman who haunts this town. And it's a kind of a cool movie. Some of the acting in it isn't the greatest, and some of the people make really dumb choices, like in horror films. But I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but my kid has started watching this show called Pickle and Peanut. And it's a show that's from Disney XD that only ran for 2 years in like 2012 and 2013. And it wasn't like beloved, but the humor is so bizarre that I don't think it was meant for Disney XD. It's almost Disney XD's version of trying to make an Adult Swim film show where Pickle is voiced by, ironically enough, Napoleon Dynamite, John Heder, and Peanut, I don't even know, some guy. And it's literally just them on these weird adventures. But they have, there's one that my little boy loves where they go to a gym and they put on this belt called the Zapper and electrocute you into having abs and being a meathead. And Pickle says that he's not going to do it the fake way. He's going to work out really hard and get muscles a natural way. So after one day working out at the gym, he goes out and flexes and he gets this like little pimple-sized bicep. And he goes, "Oh man, I can't wait to go rub this small muscle all over Peanut's face." I'm like, what did he just fucking say? But the whole show is like that. It's like they have all these double entendres and they have things where you go, did they just fucking say that on this kid show? Where if you're a kid, you don't get it. But as an adult, you're thinking to yourself, wow, this is pretty racy humor. And I think it's maybe the 10th or 11th episode, Patton Oswalt shows up in it as a Russian like mafia boss. Shaquille O'Neal plays a bear from the 1990s called 1990s Cartoon Bear, and it's a take on Baloo from Tailspin. It is just the weirdest fucking show, but I find myself laughing at it all the time. And they do stupid shit like the hero of the show, or supposed one, is this guy called Champion Horse, and it's just this like really buff dude with a horse head. And there's this one part where they're like flying in an airplane, and Champion Horse goes, "You boys need to learn how to jump out of an airplane." And so he jumps out and he just goes, "Nay!" But as he's falling down, it isn't the character design of him. It's like a plastic horse that's been photoshopped into the show, and it just spins down as he's saying "nay." You have to see the show, Brad. I can't describe how fucking weird it is, but it's funny. I laugh at it all the time.
You said Pickle and Pete?
Pickle and Peanut. It's literally a pickle and a peanut in a world, and they're the only ones that are like not human, kind of, besides like Champion Horse and stuff. I mean, there's one where there's a shark in the sewer, and they both get swallowed by him, and the only way they can control the shark is by punching his organs. It's fucking weird, but it's weird in a really funny way that I look. There is no Blu-ray or DVD of it, which is a bummer. And I think on IMDb it's rated 4.4, and I don't think people understand it. I really don't. Yeah, the humor is just so bizarre.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like Aqua Teen.
Yeah, it is a lot like Aqua Teen, but Aqua Teen's a little more dirty and a little more bloody and gory. There's the one that really sucked me in. It's like the 4th or 5th episode, and it's where like Pickle and Peanut are doing basically parkour, and Pickle breaks his arm, and so Peanut calls the ambulance, and the ambulance guy answers the phone, and they're on this other call where there's this old man lying in the middle of the street, and the ambulance guy goes, "Man, we gotta go. Some guy broke his arm in 1,000 places." And the other guy throws the stretcher on this old dude and says, "It's okay. He's not going anywhere." And they get in the car and drive off. And so Peanut's holding Pickle, and he says, "Don't worry, buddy. You're in good hands." And the paramedic says, "Did someone say good hands?" And he holds out his hands, and then it cuts to just his hands, and his hands are all fucked up. It's like, and they go see a doctor, and there's these like cutaway, and it's this little kid doctor like Doogie Howser, and he's doing like operations on people, and then it ends, and he goes, "By the way, I'm not a real doctor." So he like just fucks people up. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's so bizarre. But I watch it every day with my kid, and I fucking laugh every time I watch it. But yeah.
Cool. You have to check it out.
Yeah, just see it.
That reminds me of something else I forgot to talk about for like 2 weeks. I started watching the new Beavis and Butthead show because they still have like new seasons coming out. And I also I watched that, and then I watched the I guess the 90s ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the new ones are so much funnier. Like,
really,
I'm sure people enjoyed the 90s ones, but like I've watched them backwards, and I enjoy watching the new ones. I'm actually fully laughing at the newer stuff. And now I'm going back through the old things, and they're kind of like on Paramount Plus. They're like not chronological. Like you go down the list, it says like the first one's episode 3, and the next one's 27, and the next one's 5, and it's just like, why is it ordered like this?
I wonder if it's because they have rights issues because they showed so many music videos.
It might be the music videos, but yeah, and so the new show, like they don't just do music videos, but they also do like YouTube or like TikTok stories and things.
Yes.
So yeah, there's some pretty funny stuff in there, but even the plots of this, like the regular adventures that they're on are great. Like, it's been a few weeks, so I don't remember them all, but like the last one I remember was like, they talk about dinosaurs in class, and they realize like if they find dinosaur bones, they can like make money off of it. So, like they start digging through people's trash, and they find like chicken bones, and then they turn like all the garbage into like a full size T-Rex skeleton that's like, not obviously accurate, but like they have like a leftover like drumstick, and they're like, we have this extra one, like where does it go? And they just decide that it's his boner. And then they start charging people who walk by, like it's like an exhibition to see like this dinosaur with like, it's on the side of the street, and so all these kids are like walking by, and there's this dinosaur with a boner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, it's great. Anyway,
I love it. No, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, it might be tough because I think it is a Paramount Plus only thing, but yeah.
Well, my father-in-law gave me his password to Paramount Plus, so I'll be able to watch it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm paying for it.
Speaking of subscriptions, how much farther have you gotten on Ted Lasso?
Still the same. I got to start catching up.
Son of a bitch.
I know. I always laugh. Because Corinne, she spoils it, and she does like spoiler alert on Twitter. But when you scroll, it starts from the fucking bottom. Anyway, that's my bitch for the day. But yeah, I know I got to get caught up. Maybe this week, if I can stop watching Pickle and Peanut. Next week is Renfield. I think, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, until next week.
Well, also, we got Film Explosion 83 and 93 coming up.
Yeah, really quick.
Sort of back to back, so get those lists together.
Oh yeah, I'll send that to you too. But yeah, because after Renfield, is it 83?
It's Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, and then 83, and then Guardians, and then 93.
Yep.
Cool. Sweet. So get those lists together. I'll start posting about it so we can start getting some lists in. And I guess before I leave, Brad, I didn't want to do it, but here's Corinne talking about something that she promised she would send it, but I haven't seen it in our email yet. But I'm guessing she did. I think she is going to send a Super Mario Brothers review. I'm just going to say it's Super Mario Brothers. Here it is.
Hey nerds, Corinne here for another installment of Showtime, Star Wars Celebration Edition. So as I record this, it's Monday night. Unfortunately, wasn't able to join the nerds on the Super Mario Brothers episode. I know I still have to see the movie. I just didn't have time this weekend, but I do hope to see it soon. Anyway, but just so much came out of Star Wars Celebration, and then we're going to get Mandalorian episode 7 of season 3 well, technically like Wednesday early morning, but I'm like tomorrow night because of course I'm probably going to be up at 1:00 in the morning. Yeah, so we're still a couple days away from the 7th episode of The Mandalorian, which I've already seen spoilers online, and if they are true, oh boy. But just wanted to talk about a couple of things that came out of Star Wars Celebration and just share my thoughts on just where things are going in general. Oh man, there's so much stuff. I'm really excited about the Rey movie. I'm kind of a little confused as to what the conflict's going to be. I guess she, like, I know it said something about, like, she's starting, like, her Jedi Academy or whatever, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but, like, is she going to have to run in with, like, some Sith or, like, Sith wannabe people? That's a possibility, or is it going to be more, like, internal drama, like, among her students, like maybe one of her students gets tempted by the dark side or something, very much like what happened with Luke and Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, which, yes, I would love to see Ben Solo come back. I know some people are like, well, he should come back to life, and I agree. I mean, that would be great, but more likely he's just gonna be like a Force ghost or something. I would imagine he'll have like some presence in the movie, but whether it's like he just gets brought up or whether we get to see him as a Force ghost or if it's something else has yet to be determined. I'm sure like they don't even have a script for the movie probably, or maybe they have like a rough draft, but yeah, I imagine a lot of the details for that movie have not been finalized at all. As far as the like movie about like the beginning of the Force and like the very first Jedi, I'm like, okay, I'm neutral about it. I'm like, I'm open to it. Yeah, it doesn't really stand out to me, but sure. The Ahsoka series, I'm very excited. I think it was maybe like a year ago now that I reviewed all of Rebels, and I really love that show, and I love those characters. I'm a little, I guess maybe not concerned. I'm just a little nervous about how they're going to make the transition into live action, but just based on what I've seen in the trailer, like Zeb looked great in The Mandalorian a couple episodes ago, so I'm like, if they can get Zeb right, I feel like they can get everybody else, but we'll see. Yeah, Thrawn coming back is really big, and that probably means that Ezra, who, spoilers for Rebels series finale, but what happens is like Ezra, who's one of the protagonists of the show, he ends up kind of sacrificing himself to transport Thrawn and his armada like away from the main planet where all the action's taking place. And so Thrawn and Ezra presumably get lost in space together. And so if Thrawn is back, it means Ezra's probably back too. And the fact that they've cast an actor to play him in live action, yeah, so we're probably going to see Ezra. I'm very excited. Lars Mikkelsen coming back as Thrawn is going to be awesome. He did such a great job on the Rebel show. He just has such a great voice. I'm a little nervous about, whether they're going to do like makeup or prosthetics, because of course Thrawn has like iconic blue skin and red eyes. And obviously it's really easy to do that in animation, but how's it going to look in live action? I don't know. We will find out. Yeah, so Ahsoka, tentatively excited about it. Love Ahsoka. They said in the trailer, like, oh, one of her labels is Jedi, and there's this very famous part of Rebels where she's like, no, I'm not a Jedi anymore. So, like, it's possible that the whole journey of the show is going to be about her becoming a Jedi again and kind of reclaiming her faith. Very Mandalorian vibe there, but all right. I'll take it. The Dave Filoni movie, that's going to be this like Ahsoka era, Mando era movie. That's going to be like the pinnacle of all the shows of this era. I've already said it on Twitter, but this is my just like batshit crazy theory right now, is that the movie is going to be Thrawn and Moff Gideon teaming up. So, like, basically all the Empire people, their sectors that are under their control are going to team up. And then it's going to be up to, like, because of course the New Republic's not gonna, like, come in until the last minute. So it's gonna be up to, like, Mando and Ahsoka and, like, all their friends to, like, rally the troops, you know, all their, like, friends and friends of friends, and they're gonna have to fight, you know, Moff Gideon and Thrawn together, because of course the New Republic isn't gonna bother to do anything until it's too late. But yeah, I am tentatively excited for that movie as well. Great news, we are getting a 3rd season of The Bad Batch. It's confirmed. I guess there's already clips floating around, leaks about, like, the trailer, so they have, like, already, you know, some of it filmed isn't right, but they have some of it done, but it's not coming out until 2024, which, even if it came out, like, a year from now, I'm like, that's a whole year, like, why are you making me wait this long? But, hey, I mean, I guess we waited 3 years in between, like, the OG 6 movies back in the day, so I guess we can wait for 1 year for Bad Batch Season 3. Yes! Just as a whole, Star Wars, you know, as a franchise, I mean, I see a lot of people criticizing it. I'm not quite on that level, but as my friend and I were talking about today, she's like, yeah, I guess we were talking more about, like, just Disney, because we were talking about the live action Little Mermaid, and I was like, well, what do you think? Like, are you gonna see it? And she's like, yeah, I'm just not in that boat anymore, or something, or, like, I'm in the boat, like, I don't care about Disney. And I'm like, I'm not on the boat, but I'm at least, like, on the shoreline. So that was a funny moment. But, again, like, I see the criticisms, and I think some of it is valid. I agree with some of it. It is just constantly expanding, and there's all these, like, sometimes, and I'm a diehard fan, and even for me, it's a little hard to keep track of, like, wait, what time period is this set in? Like, who's alive? What's going on? You know, I'm waiting for, like, this character to pop up, or this conflict to get resolved, or something. And, like, there's all these, like, underlying threads, like, between the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian. Like, cloning got brought up a lot between the two shows, like, again, within hours of each other. And it's just, like, sometimes it's hard to keep track of, like, what time period each show is set in, and, like, what's going on, and who is where. And so now that we have, like, definitively these, like, 8 different eras or whatever it was, it's like, oh boy, yeah, it could work, but I also see that, you know, it might just become a little too much for everybody. And I think Hollywood in general, but Disney, Lucasfilm specifically, they want to do this kind of, like, buffet approach, right? Where it's like, we're going to put out all of these things in this existing universe, whether it's Marvel or it's Star Wars or whatever. And, like, whatever looks appealing, you can just take. You know, you can enjoy that show or that movie as a standalone. You don't have to worry about the rest of it. But of course, the MCU has, and other things too, but the MCU mostly has made us all very, you know, the expectation is you have to watch everything or you're not going to get all of it. Like, you're going to be lost, right? You're going to miss out, you know. There will be, you know, Easter eggs is one thing, but it'll be like, oh, there's this main conflict going on that you're not going to get unless you watch these other shows. And it's kind of been that way up till now, arguably. Like with the Bad Batch, like, you could watch the Bad Batch on its own, but it's like, at minimum, you have to watch Revenge of the Sith. Like, you have to watch the prequels to get the Bad Batch. And then ideally you should also probably watch, like, the Clone Wars, and maybe, like, some Rebels, to kind of get what's going on, even though Rebels takes place after, but there's, like, people in Rebels that you would recognize. That anyway, it's, yeah, see, that's the thing, is, like, you can't just watch, like, a standalone thing anymore, even with just The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, right? It's like, yes, the creators are like, yeah, but the Book of Boba Fett was always supposed to be, you know, Mandalorian season 2.5, and it's like, well then, why are you calling it the Book of Boba Fett? Like, some people tuned in for that show because they like Boba Fett and they don't give a crap about Mando. But then Mando took over like a whole episode of that show. And anyway, I'm just rambling at this point, as I always do, because it's just me alone in a room talking. I don't have any of the other nerds to like rein me in. Like, this is what happens when y'all just let me talk for 11 minutes. But yeah, anyway, that's my whole point, is that, yeah, Star Wars, I think they're trying to do this buffet approach, and I think it's a lot. And I think a lot of people, they just feel like so inundated and so off, you know, it's kind of off-putting or intimidated or whatever. Like, oh, I don't need to check out this show or that show. Like, it doesn't really look like it's my thing. And, or they are interested, but then again, they're, you know, like, oh, I gotta watch everything to catch up. And it shouldn't have to be like that. But of course, it is going to be like that because that's kind of how these fandoms have worked for a long time. Is like, it was just nerd culture, and you had this like one group of fans who, they were very dedicated and they watched everything and they rewatched everything. And now, of course, it's a lot, you know, it's bigger, it's in the pop culture zeitgeist, and everybody loves it to some degree or other. But yeah, it's like, who are you making these for? Are you trying to appeal to these like very niche group of fans, or are you trying to appeal to like this mass audience? And I think they're trying to have it both ways, and it doesn't always work. It could, but it can work sometimes, but not all the time. So we'll see. Holding out hope for Mandalorian episode 7 and 8. Oh gosh, I really hope we get something, because the first 6 episodes of the season have just been all over the place. I'm imagining I'm going to do like a season 3 recap, where I, you know, once all 8 episodes are up, I'm going to go back and I'm going to like binge watch all 8 of them. And so I can kind of get a more clear view of, you know, was this a cohesive story, or was this all over the place? You know, because again, because this season is much more linear and serialized than the last seasons have been, that it doesn't feel like this like week to week thing. It feels more of just like one story. And so maybe, yeah, if I binge watch it, it'd hit a little different, but yeah, so I anticipate a season 3 recap when it's all said and done. But anyway, that'll be coming much farther down the road, but keep an eye out for it at least. All right, nerds, thanks for sticking with me, and I'll talk to you guys next time, probably about Ted Lasso. Bye.
And we'll see you at the movies. Wahoo! Hey, Bowser, play us out.
Peach, you're so cool. And with my star, we're gonna rule. Peach, understand, I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah, oh, yeah. Peaches, 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 peaches.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @RealNerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it!